I hate that I'm making this video. I hate that I have to make this video. But one of the reasons I started my channel was to show people that despite the obstacles we face in life, we can still be successful. And the only way I can do that is also by sharing my struggles and how I overcome them. So let me start at the beginning and explain what happened. As of this recording, it is August 24th, and the quote-unquote incident happened a week ago, August 17th. And my family and I were up in Dallas for a concert. I'm actually still planning to post that vlog on my channel, so you'll kind of get to see what happened. I think that it's a great example of how someone can curate their life very well, because the vlog itself, I was editing it yesterday, and it looks pretty good in my opinion. But I know that the whole trip had been filled with like minor inconveniences and a little arguing. What you see isn't entirely what happened, and you definitely don't get to see what actually happened. But overall, it was a decent trip. I was very grateful to be able to go up to Dallas to have vacation and to spend time with the people I care about. But we were coming home on Sunday, and we had checked out of our hotel at 11, and we got some breakfast. And before we left Dallas, I wanted to do the Reunion Tower attraction, but it didn't open until 1:30 on Sunday. So we had a little bit of time to kill, and we had figured out that the Dallas Museum of Art was free. And so we decided to just go hang out there for a little bit, and we drive up to the museum, we park on the side of the street, and all of our luggage was in the car. This is kind of where we went wrong. And I had a backpack with me in the front seat, and my sister had her backpack in the back seat, and all of our luggage was like piled up on one side. So we just go into the museum for a while, and then we're like, oh, the parking's about to end, the Reunion Tower's about to open, like, let's go ahead and head out. And we get in the car. And I asked my sister, can I have a drink of water? Because the water bottle was in her backpack. And so she reaches for it, and then she's like, my backpack isn't here. And we're just like, what? And she's like, yeah, it was right here. I don't see my backpack. And I'm like, you're crazy. Are you sure you didn't leave it in the hotel? Are you sure it didn't fall out when you opened the door? And she's like, no, I had it. And so we start kind of frantically searching the vehicle we were in. And then I turn around in my seat, and I see my backpack, and open are its pockets. And that's when I was like, we got robbed. My back pocket of my backpack is where I had slid in my laptop, and it was gone. And I immediately lost it. Like, I was honestly so surprised how my sister and my partner handled the situation, because I immediately just lost it. I was like, this can't be happening to me. Like, why would God do this to me? And let me add some context before you immediately just start being like, oh, it's just a laptop, it's just a material thing, like, you shouldn't be attached to your thing, whatever. I will get there. But like, immediately in that moment, like, one, being robbed is such a violating feeling, because, you know, someone catches you off guard with your pants down, and then they take something valuable. It's just horrible. It's a horrible feeling. Like, you can't defend yourself. You don't know what to do. There really isn't anything you can do. Like, we called the police department, and have your opinions that you will on that, but basically they just told us to file a report and good luck. And so I felt so helpless, and it was just really a painful experience for me. And the thing is, again, it's not about it being a laptop, because realistically I could march into Apple right now and get another one. Like, it is just a material object I can replace. But what was hard about it was like that, as a creator, as an artist, as an author, that's where all my work was, you know. Like, I've had that laptop for 5 years. And so for the last 5 years, that's where I've been pouring all my soul and effort into writing and creating things that I want to eventually share with the world. I had my book that I've been writing since April on there. I had those files on there. I had another book I was starting to draft. I had 1 million poems, 1 million songs. I had project ideas, concept ideas, just notes in general on like how to run my business and things like that, and how to build my brand. And I also had a very expensive software on there that I don't even know how that's going to work out now, but basically it was my life's work, and to have that gone was absolutely shattering. And I know people, you might be thinking, well, like, oh, what about like Find My Device? Did you have your iCloud stuff backed up? And unfortunately, no, to both of them. So I don't know why I never set up the Find My Device for my computer. I can't track my laptop, and my iCloud, I've been running out of storage on my phone. Like, again, I've had this device for 5 years, my laptop, and my phone I've had for almost as long, if about the same amount of time. So my storage was almost at full capacity. My files weren't backing up, and so I only have like 5% of my work. I have the things I can access through Canva, through Google Drive, and a couple files that were both on my phone and my computer. But other than that, I was basically screwed in terms of getting all that content back. And so it was so painful. Like, my sister's computer did have the Find My Device thing. Her laptop was in her backpack that got taken as well. And so hers did have the Find My Device, and it had led us to this location, and we like did a drive-by, but we didn't see anything. And, you know, like, those situations are kind of something you shouldn't really pursue without protection or law enforcement. So we just, I included that in the police report, and we just had to head home. And I cried like half of the way home, and then I took a nap, and then I cried more when we got home. And then the next day I literally took off work, and I had to go to the bank to like cancel my credit and debit cards and change all my passwords, like do all the damage control that I could, and cry some more because like it was very painful. It was like losing a piece of me, like 5 years of work all gone in an instant. Like, and especially at a point where I thought I was finally gonna quote unquote make it. Like, I was so ready, getting excited to release my book. Like, I have my 4th draft that I haven't unboxed, and frankly I don't even know if I want to. And I was just gonna get ready to have my book out in the world and be like, hey, I'm a published author. I did this by myself. Like, how cool is that? But I thought I'd gotten clarity on my goals and the things I needed to do, and then just to have all that swept away was just so heartbreaking. And I've been in and out of depressive episodes all week. Like, it's been so long since I've felt this depressed, and trust me, I've been there plenty of times. I was like, when I was finally happy, when I finally thought I was going to do something for myself, when I thought I was finally going to be successful, I'm like, one of the worst things that could ever happen to me happened to me. Like, I always used to say that I'd rather somebody take literally anything but my laptop, because the day I lose that, I lose everything. And that's exactly what happened. And it was a very hard week. Even yesterday, honestly, I slept most of the day because I didn't have work. I slept most of the day. It was really hard. The only reason I'm okay right now and able to come on and talk about this is because I had a really good evening last night, so I think I'm still like running off a little bit of that high. But it was a really tough week. I realized how strange I grieve and how strange I am at processing emotions. There's another trade secret. I'm really bad at processing my emotions in a healthy way. I just watch brain rot on YouTube. I watch an absurd amount of Netflix. Like, I normally don't watch that much television. I did now. I didn't really work out. I ate a lot of food that was bad for me just because I couldn't. And it's still a little hard. I'm trying to get myself in a mindset of like, yes, things happen, but you have to keep going forward, because I think that's ultimately my goal and mission. Is, like I said at the beginning of the video, like, my goal in sharing my journey is to show how you can overcome your struggles. And I'm like, who am I teaching or showing that you can do that if I can't do that myself, kind of thing. Like, I don't know how to exactly describe it, but basically I'm like, I have to overcome my struggles in order to show other people that they can overcome theirs too. Like, you know, I can't just have a like struggle-free journey. And it's just this has literally been one of the most painful things of this year. I'd be lying if I said that I didn't think about giving up, throwing in the towel, being like, maybe this is God's way of saying that I don't need to be a writer, if that I don't need to work, that I can just settle, just find a meager job and be thankful that I at least have the basic necessities. But I don't think that's entirely the point either. I think I'm trying to maybe it's me adding meaning to a situation that quote unquote doesn't have any, to help myself cope. But if that's what I have to do, then that's what I have to do. I mean, I've been going up and down the 7 stages of grief all week, and even though all the steps are laid out like that, it's not mourning is not a linear process. Grieving is not a linear process. One day you feel okay, maybe I can accept this. I think again, I'm gonna get another computer eventually. I have devices I can use in the meantime. I can use my phone and my tablet. How fortunate am I to have those privileges? But then I'm just how could this happen to me? How could I lose that? Why is God picking on me, basically? Wasn't everything else enough? And then sometimes I'm just really sad and I feel lonely. I believe that things don't happen to us, they happen for us, and I'm just trying to see what I can take away from this. One, I'm going to be 100% more careful with everything I do, especially when I travel and the items I bring with me. Realistically, I should have never brought my laptop on vacation because I didn't end up doing the things I said I would on it. And that's usually how it goes on vacation. So I'm just I don't need to be carrying this device everywhere. But also making sure I have the Find My Device put on all my things, getting insurance for my devices, Apple AirTags, because I'm in a place where I can have those things, so I should do those things. And again, just being careful when we go out, where we park, where we leave our valuables, things like that. But the other thing is also just how these emotions have impacted me and the people around me. I realized that I just try to run away from my grief and distract myself. And I think I should have been more supportive for my sister, because at first I thought she was handling it very well, and I was I'm the lunatic losing their mind over a laptop. But the event was also very hard on her. She just tried to keep her composure more. I didn't even bother. I was I don't care, I'm upset, y'all are gonna know I'm upset. And that's been the other thing, is just publicly grieving, having people see me break down in a way that I normally would only do in private. Was an interesting experience, but mostly it's just having the acceptance of that. The last time I had any kind of emotional outburst in front of somebody, they literally told me that I don't want to be that person for you. I don't want to deal with this, basically. And that hurt me even more. But having people support me through this difficult time in my life, it has meant a lot. And also I want to be able to support them in return, and I want them to know that everything they've done isn't in vain. Honestly, moving forward, I don't really know what to do. I think that's been one of the hardest parts, is do I keep trying to write? Do I continue this journey? Do I write something new? Do I try to rewrite what I had? Do I give up? It's been really hard. I honestly don't know what steps to take next, but I know that YouTube and video creation is very important to me, so I know that's something I'm going to stick with, especially with fall coming up. There's a lot of things I want to do, but I don't know when I'm going to release my book, if that ends up happening. And there's just so many things I really don't know, just for my personal life too. I don't feel I want to pursue the career I thought I was anymore. This has set me back so much. But I'm gonna do my best to move forward, keep making art. I posted some Instagram pictures kind of highlighting the event, but it's vague per usual. I'll put my Instagram handle down in the description notes if you want to go check it out. But again, I'm not really sure what I'm gonna do, but I'm still gonna try. I know that for a matter of fact, and it took me a whole week to even be able to get to that place, but I'm gonna try, if not for myself, then for this, to again prove that we can do it. So Thank you for listening to this, and I hope you continue to stick around on the channel, and I will see you next time.